So, Emilio, bienvenidos to the gift. We're happy to have you here today. You are going to be talking about voila, you are going to be talking about your car station with us.
Yeah. So the first idea we had, and that's what I put in the gift, was to make a kind of car station, but we decided to do something according to the situation right now. So I decided to make a little robot. I'm going to show you closer right now. But this robot is based like in, well, as you may know, robots are really useful for a lot of things. So we designed this one to make like presentation. Right now, the Da Vinci is making you a little presentation. I'm going to show you from. So right now is a really simple programming and circuit, but this can reach a lot of things. Like we can do presentations. Now in the new reality, we can do like presentation that seems more real with that. That with right now we cannot see like a lot of motion and movements, and if we have like something like this in a presentation, it's going to be, I think, like more real experience, you know. So right now I can show you how we programmed the the robot and how the circuit works. If you want, I can share you my screen.
Do it.
So here we have the circuit. It's a simple circuit. So basically it works with an Arduino Uno, and each arm has five servos, as you can see, five of these servos. Okay, so each one moves as the way I ordered it, and we have a little servo in the claw, so you can move it. And so basically we just made a simple circuit. We connect the servos, and then we make the program. This is a basic program. It's not the one that is running right now. This one, it will just move a servo. As you can see here, the this is the Arduino IDE. That's what we use to program it. So first we need to include the servo library to control the servos more easily, and then we can control it by degrees. As you can see here, I have 180 degrees and 50 degrees for the wrist, and or whatever you want to move. And that's so. Also, I decided to do this because I think this expresses the things I've been learning during the past year. So last year, my team and I, we made a prosthetic arm for a girl that didn't have an arm, and we 3D printed and we gifted to her. So these are some of the things that I put in here where I learned it in that project, and I think that's great. This is some of my knowledge expressed in two little rounds that we were working like for 2 days now. And also I really like to work in other programming languages. Like I'm right now I'm trying to learn Python and something like that. And it will be awesome to, with this knowledge, like right now this robot is doing some things that are simple, but in the future I really want to do some things that can impact our society and do really cool things, you know. And one of my dreams right now is to get an enter to like a university like MIT or something like that, right now I'm in 10th grade. Well, I'm going to be in 11th grade in some months, and with and I think I have the capacity to get into one of these universities. Right now, I'm really getting into these kind of things. As I already said, this is some simple stuff, but I think I'm getting better and better every day. And thank you so much for receiving me in this meeting.
Hey, Alex. Alex, do you have any questions or anything you want to talk about?
How long did you spend on the coding process for the Arduino?
So the coding, we built the arms and the circuit. Then like coding was about like 2 hours or so, I think. Yeah,
A little while ago, I got an Arduino myself, and I've been trying to learn how to do the coding, and that is amazing how you
yeah,
can just take it and do stuff like this.
thank you.
Hey, Emilio, real quick question. It might be simple to you. What do you mean
Yeah.
when you say a servo?
Okay. Sorry for that. Servo is this little thing right here. So as you may know, there are the normal motors. So those motors just stay spinning like forever as long you give them voltage. So these ones only do like, as you can see, like this, and it stops. It don't go like a whole,
Rotation?
no 360. So it just do this, and it stops. It has like a bump. So it can go all like this. And normally these ones have like, you can, for example, these ones have a torque of like 3 kilos.
Okay.
That's quite a lot for this thing. I think the servos are really cool. They're really different from the normal from a normal motors, but they work for specific things like this, for example. Because like
Well,
that you
that's
can
a good
also
question.
tell me.
Carmine asks a really good question because most people don't know what servos are. Alex and Carmine and I probably do because we are immersed in this. But it's good to remember as you move forward, Emilio, that sometimes your audience doesn't know the technical language. And it's impressive that you have so much technical language in 2 languages. That's impressive. I could not present this in French, which I'm fairly fluent in, much less Spanish. So my hat is literally off to the fact that you did such an amazing job describing.
Thank you
And
so
so
much.
you're in 10th grade, so you have two more grades to complete.
Yes.
What can we as an audience and as a community do to help you find your position at a great university?
Well, that's a tough question. Right now, I'm trying to get a lot of knowledge. As I already said, I'm trying to learn new languages like Python, and well, the next I will be learning. I think I will be the things that I really like is like AI, machine learning, all of that stuff. And right now, I'm also working in a little business with my mom. Is based on a we want to build a little like I think where you can plant your food like vegetables and all that stuff. But here
House.
here in Mexico we don't have a lot of that. So a lot of people do it, but it's little like ugly, you know. And we want to do one that's really functional and also beautiful and automatic, like with automatic water and all that stuff. I think that's a project that we will be ending like in 5 months or so. I think that would be really cool if we do it well.
Are you familiar with Growbot?
What?
Growbot.
Ah, yeah.
They're doing a lot of work in that space. I think you could leverage robotics far more efficiently than they can. You're a little
Thank
bit,
you so much.
you're very, I think you can make that work.
Thank you so much.
Does anybody else have any questions? Wait, let me check YouTube real quick, because YouTube's been asking some good questions.
Hey,
No, I'll just cheer for you, sir.
hey, while he's looking at that, Emilio, and even Alex, if you could help me answer this. Me being older and not really getting into the robotics issues when I was in school, we didn't even have the internet, let alone hair. But question being is that as this robotics grows, and you're talking about coding and things like that, are there going to be different types of engineers that you guys are going to have to work with, or is it something that somebody's going to have to do all the things, electronics and coding and building the shape of the body? You know, is there going to be a lot of different types of engineers, or basically one group?
So I think when I think about the future, I really think about like not a lot of hardware, you know. Like I look at at services like the one that Google already made, that Google Stadia. I don't know if you already heard of it. It's you can play video games in your phone, literally. Video games that weighs a lot and needs a graphics card. So now you can play real video games with real good graphics in literally anything. So I think when I see to the future, I really see like a lot of these kind of services, like streaming services, but like I see less hardware. That's all, like these pieces, and more software, you know. I think right now, and also for the health of our world, I think we should use less hardware, because obviously all of these things contaminate our world and pollute it. And I think we should, as humanity, we should focus on AI as a in the cloud and all that kind of services. I think that has a lot to give us right now.
Yes. Emilio, when I was a young man your age, it was possible to get into the internet, and you had a job. And Carmine, you'll remember this. Your job, if you ran the internet, you were the web master. And that was the thing for a minute. And then people realized, wait a second, there's money to be made on the internet, and one person didn't run it anymore. So I think your instincts are dead on the nose. Small amounts of power doing certain amounts of things. And one person that can do a lot of things well is going to be extraordinarily valuable in that market. And that one person is you.
Thank you.
I think you have an enormous amount of skill sets that you can apply easily.
Yeah,
Thank you.
agree. Yeah. How about you, Alex? Do you see different types of engineers working together, or most of it's going to be cloud-based?
I think it's going to end up eventually AI is going to do a good majority of the things, but I can see multiple engineers working together later down the line.
Yes.
Yeah, as you said, like as Jim said, engineers that can cover a whole spectrum will be very, very worthwhile in the near future, right, Jim? Not even, I can't even say the future, the near future.
Very, very near future, for sure.
Very cool. All right, well, very good, man. This is so awesome. We're getting some great stuff. Everybody's congratulating Emilio on YouTube. We're getting a bunch of watchers, so you did a great job, my friend.
Thank you so much.
Indeed. So we're waiting for our next guest from Boston, Massachusetts.
Yeah,
So Emilio, do you have any questions for us?
So, as you asked me, like, what do I expect from like two new engineers or different types of engineers? What's your vision in technology from five years from here?
That's a great question. It's going to be something called, what is it? I want to say slippery, but that's not the right word. Seamless. It's going to be seamless. Your devices will all be watching you and interacting and anticipating what, and you know I'm right, that's why you're smiling. It will be very, very seamless. The technology will be. But I believe in 5 years, there will also be devices that we wear where we can determine which thoughts we want to be public and which thoughts we do not. And that's where you're going to make a name for yourself. You have to be able to differentiate what you want to be private and public. I want you to think about that, and I'm going to reach out to you personally, and we're going to talk about that. But now, we need to introduce and welcome Jackie from Boston, Massachusetts. Emilio, hashtag rockstar, dude. Great job.
Great job.
Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Bye, Oscar.
Great job.